You're here, my friend. I'm here, and I am thankful that the word of the Lord is enduring forever. The word is just all we need. All we need is God's message of his love for us. And Psalm 119 is the longest of the Psalms that I was reading. I was looking back at some of my journals when I've attempted to read the Bible cover to cover, which is always hard to do. Just strictly cover to cover, as we have. In January I started in Genesis, and we're in the middle of Psalms. We actually should be finishing up Proverbs, but that's okay, we'll catch up. We had a very busy summer, and we're going to catch up. But Psalm 119 is usually where I kind of just pause in my Bible reading and pick up somewhere else, like in the New Testament, which is good. Sometimes you need a little bit of both to blend everything in, because the whole counsel of God is for us to learn from. Psalm 119 is a reminder of that. It is separated into 22 sections, 16 lines per section, 8 pairs in there. Each section is a different letter of the Hebrew alphabet. So even if you don't know any Hebrew at all, you already know a little bit simply by reading Psalm 119, because before each section is one of the letters of Hebrew alphabet. The first one is Aleph, which is the ox. It's shaped like an ox head, very more of a picture-oriented language. It's showing an ox head as a sign of service. And it says, how blessed are those whose way is blameless, whose walk is in the law of the Lord. Oh, that my ways be established, to keep your statutes. So may our actions reflect his ways. And that comes in line again with what we talked about before in the earlier Psalms, that may our thoughts be in line with his character. May our eyes never behold anything that is worthless. May all things that we do in life and our actions be like him. And I remind myself of this daily, because the best thing for us to do is show forth good character, to be honest, to be men and women of integrity, especially in a world that is slowly declining, rapidly declining, actually. I was reading, I had to read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, that novel, and that talks about the depravity of man, and everything else, but also how glorious an adventure can be when you set forth on an adventure following after God. It's not always going to be easy. And you see at the end of the book where one of the characters is saying, this glorious adventure we're on is not, it's not going to be easy. That's not what makes it glorious. What makes it glorious is the heroism and the danger and the toil and the risk involved. God wants us to be risk takers in this world. Well, Psalm 119, again, is the longest psalm, so we're not going to read the entire thing, obviously. But verse 9, how can a young man keep his way pure? By keeping according to the word. So that's it. Teach the word and listen to the word. Let other people teach you the word. That's how you can stay pure. He will not forget us. And of course, continuing on, I love this. Verse 19, I am a stranger in the earth. Do not hide your commandments from me. Reminding us that we are citizens of heaven. The earth is not our home. We may have, good things on this earth, but in heaven is our ultimate home, our ultimate destination. We're not going to be brought back to this earth, except to say that when he comes back, we will rule with him on this earth. And of course, continuing on, you have the Aleph, the Beth, the Gimel, the Daleth. These are different words in the different letters in the Hebrew, which is pretty cool. Verse 28, my soul weeps because of grief. Strengthen me according to your word. See, the word strengthens our lives. That's what it does for us. Verse 33, this is after the hey. Point out, show me, teach me, O Lord, your statutes, so I shall observe it in the end. I had some definitions here of the different words that come up when you're reading here. You see the precepts, the statutes, the law, the testimonies, testimonies were, testimony, to testify, to bear witness against something or for something. A commandment is a word given in authority. So it's like when your parent gives you a command. They have authority over you to give you that command, so you do it. Or your boss gives you a command. A precept is a command or an appointment entrusted to somebody. Entrusted, like saying, take care of my children while they're away on a trip, or take care of my prized possession. It's a command to entrust you to do something. And then, of course, the word is the declaration of God. Judgment, righteousness, statutes are engravings fixed upon a stone. Law is a standard, and grace enables us to meet that law and that standard. Mercies, hope, and affliction. Verse 57, the Lord is my portion. How great it is when we realize it. We can possess the Lord, possess the law of the Lord, possess the grace of our God. Not just their God or somebody else's God, but yours. Make it personal, make it your own. Talk to Him, relate with Him. In the darkest night, at midnight, I shall rise and give thanks to you. I hasten and did not delay. See, the duty we have to Him, once you realize that you have it, use it, discharge that duty, be who God made you to be, and serve Him wherever it is He's calling you. The law of your mouth is better to me than thousands of gold and pieces of silver. It is priceless. And verse 73 is the creature's appeal to the Creator. Your hands made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding that I may learn your commands. See, our created being needs the living word in our lives. May those who fear you see me and be glad, because I wait for your word. So our lives can be a testimony of God's goodness and His righteousness in us. And then, of course, more amazing verses in here talking about the earth, the benefits of meditation, how we wait upon the law of the Lord and listen, and how God is the one who is our teacher. Verse 102, God has taught us Himself, His word. And then verse 113 of Psalm 119, talking about human beings and our thoughts and how double-minded we are opposed to God. He only thinks one thing. There's no opinion. It is the truth. And His opinion of you is that He loves you. There's no opinion. It's just fact. He just loves you. And He thinks that you're awesome and wants to partake in everything that you have to do today. The plea of the oppressed, and of course, thirst for a living God. His word is so wonderful. Wonder upon it. Wonder upon His word. And then, of course, verse 145, I cried with my heart, answer me, O Lord. That's how you should pray. Calling onto the Lord. And, of course, asking Him to save you from all of your troubles and your strifes and your frustrations and your anxieties. All night long. It says, all night long I prayed. Hear my voice according to your loving kindness. And realize you will be rescued from it. Let a word of revival plead my cause and redeem me. Revive me according to your word. The sum of your word is truth. His word endures forever. There's nothing that God has ever said that He has regretted saying or taken back or amended to. His word endures forever. And of course, the believer in the psalm speaking to God, rejoicing in His word. And it says, let my soul live that I may praise you. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek your servant, for I do not forget your commandments. And He will seek you today, my friend. That is Psalm 119, and I bid you good night and shalom, and study His word.